Thank you. Tip my hat to Coach Smart and his staff. You guys did a really good job. They are a physical outfit for sure. Tons of speed on the field. Hard to simulate for us in practice. But again, we had some, you know, a few mistakes that we're probably going to have in this arena. Uh, I think we had 3 false starts on offense. Substitution infraction. Georgia didn't have a whole lot to do with those mistakes. But you have to be honest, those mistakes right there, it's not the difference in the ball game. But you certainly probably know you're going to have some of those in this loud environment. Um, I thought the defense, I mean, really they played hard for all four quarters and had a really good second half. The turnover that JQ gave us great field position and we were able to squeeze out a field goal to get us on the board. It's unfortunate with couldn't take advantage of the deep catch by EJ. You know, um, Grayson thought we had man. He changed the line of scrimmage. They did a good job of disguising and went to a zone look. He's got to take care of the ball. He has to be a runner. I'll throw it away. Um, again, I thought we had a pretty good day on special teams against some tough matchups. Um, I guess that really, without keep recapping every play that the game, I'll just open up for questions and go from there.
We'll start in person here.
Coach, you said early in the week at your press conference that among other things, what you were hoping with this just be a positive experience for your 26 seniors here playing in Athens and on a big stage. What was the experience like?
Yeah. Again, we're doing our best to lay a foundation. Very difficult with the scoreboard this year, but I'm not going to let the scoreboard. I'm not going to base any decisions in how we operate internally on that and how we go about our business. The 26 seniors are doing the very best they can to help us lead us through this difficult time. I mean, you're playing again, you're playing arguably the best team in the country with the record. They've got one loss. I told Coach Smart before the game. I've coached in several of these games, 1-2 matchups, 2-1 matchups, game day, the whole thing. Been big underdogs. I've seen a lot of really good teams, and I don't get a chance to watch anybody's but our team and who we're playing, But where I'm going with that is he reaches his team at a different level. I mean, you can just see you can see it on film. I mean, they play hard, but they've got a little bit of edge to them. And I told him he's done a good job with his staff and how he, this day and age and NIL. I think he said something about it maybe last week. And I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but I mean, it's just the truth. I mean, I know defensively, I mean, they've got great scheme. It's like you're playing an NFL team, and they've got better scheme. And you can quote me on that. I mean, they've got some pressures. Some of them he didn't use today that are cutting edge stuff with some really good players. This is not a knock, not a complaint. I mean, but NIL, I mean, I would suspect that with what we spend for our roster, that's one guy for them. I mean, their starting center is probably the best center I've seen. Bobo, that's the OC's son. I think it's his son at center. He's better than Dominic Raiola that we had in Nebraska. He played 10 years in the league. Dude's great. And again, this is going to sound bad, but he probably makes more than his dad. Is my guess. I mean, but but back to those seniors, they fought, they led. We weren't perfect, but this football team wasn't whining around, splintering, and nobody was running to the trainers. They came out and fought.
Kelly and then Hunter.
Yeah. Hey, coach. So I saw that there was a prayer at midfield following the game. Can you just talk about the faith in the locker room and just how you guys have
Yeah, I appreciate the question. We have a team chaplain that on staff travels to all of our games, home and away. Ryan Glover, and I think he's got Georgia roots, but very impactful for our team. And again, as I've probably been on record before, I'm a man of faith. I don't, um, I don't sound like it on game day a lot of times, but I am. I wouldn't be where I am today without him. So again, our guys, it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Hunter?
Coach, I guess you knew when you took this job that obviously this would be a tough matchup, and you look at next year's schedule, it's similar in kind of the philosophy, SEC, ACC, in the non-conference. What are your overall thoughts on that kind of scheduling philosophy moving forward for this program?
Yeah. If you have to check my statement on this. I believe this game was scheduled around 19 or 20.
Yep.
I'm sure Director Hill did that. And he just got on the job. Back then, what we're in right now, not even on the radar.
Yeah.
All right. Any kind of payment was not allowed. And there's a level playing field. Scholarships, I mean, it was a level playing field. And guys weren't transferring all over the place, except for the grad transfer stuff. So and these games are scheduled out again, it's 2025, right? Right, not 2025. That game was scheduled in 2019. That's 6 years ago. So at the time, that's what you do. I've seen the schedule prior to signing on here and knew this game was coming up. But what do you do? And I think I'm going to use it as another reason you choose Charlotte, because of our great conference, the American. Every week you got to come ready. I'm going to say this. I said it before. I mean, we are the SEC of Group of Six, and that's not insult or the Big Ten. I mean, I don't want to pick on a league, but that's every week you got to bring it, and you're going to play great competition, and then along with that, you're going to get a chance to play in a venue like this. And so I use it as a positive. I know, the outcome is not what we want. But on the scheduling piece of this, you got to be smart. You don't want to take on 2 and 3 of these games in a year. I'm on record as saying that you don't want to be playing this game in November either. And I'm not trying to pick on Director Hill. I'm not saying it's crazy. I'm not throwing my hands up in the air. But we came here to build something in a great conference for a great city and a great university and its leadership. And to do those things, we're going to have to fix some of the things that where you're headed with that question, Hunter. We got to schedule smartly. We got to fundraise. We got to get young men here that I don't want them choosing. I don't want them choosing Charlotte because of NIL or rev share. I want them choosing Charlotte because of the gold standard. And I don't want guys that want to come because the pathway is easy. I want them. Hey, there is no road. Let's go make one. And so, long answer to your question, but it's from the heart.
Yeah.
Coach, would you comment on facing Gunnar Stockton today? He's in Heisman contention and whatnot, but just how you prepared and then facing him today.
Yeah, again, he's efficient and I thought he showed some really good toughness today. We can't simulate it. You got some guys around him. He utilizes them. They can beat you so many different ways, and they can be 14-7, and you get your breaks. Beat the brakes off of you, or it can be 34-35-3. I mean, they can get after you different ways. So it's a tough question for me because all I know is the film, and then today's game. I don't know what else is out there, but I just know he's a quality player. And if he's looking for a new home, I'll just say that.
Probably got time for one more each on the computer if you have another one. Hunter?
Yeah, I got one more, Coach. You talk about kind of making that path, going up against SEC competition. You had a few guys with good kind of standout performances on the defensive side of the ball today. JQ Conley with a pick, Curtis Simpson with a sack, Travion McGee. Talk about some of those guys and what a game like this can do for them.
Yeah, I think again it's building blocks. And like, again, and our defense was just there out there. It was offensively, we just couldn't, we couldn't keep them off the field. And you could tell by the uniforms, a lot of grass stains on there, because they're out there quite a bit. But they kept fighting. And Curtis is a really good young player, and we like where he's headed. And of course, JQ's got a track record of making great plays for us, And I told JQ, uh, I don't know, it's the second half. I mean I think he had a tackle on special teams, maybe punt return. I mean, it was a open field, wrap up, real nice job, and a really good skill player. And he's got, as a lot of our athletes do, they have aspirations of playing at the next level. And those type of plays that made not only the interception or the punch out against App State, but on special teams is going to go a long ways with the NFL scouts.
Kelly, you have one more?
I mean, this is a broad question, Coach, but what do you feel, I guess, is the biggest thing you've learned about yourself this season with Charlotte?
Well, um, that I'm blessed with my family. My wife is, it's been tough. It's been tough. She has handled it like a champ. So I think I said something last week, but my family's, my kids are back in Ohio, and but I got a great family here that we're building. From Jess, you see her right now, Miss Katie, I see there. And so again, it's I'm a movie guy. It's not how hard you hit. It's when you get hit, you get up and you keep moving forward. And I was riding a horse before I was riding a bike. So I like to go to you get bucked off the horse, you brush your britches off and get back up on there. And that's what we're doing. And, but I paused there and thought about it because I'm, my wife, she's unbelievable to keep me from, you can only have so much Tito's. And so she keeps me, on the straight and narrow.
Hey, Reid, just, what was your experience like today? It's,
Yeah.
being kind of a big stage,
Mhm.
90,000 people, et cetera. What'd you think?
It's awesome. I mean, it's SEC ball. It's nothing more that you can be excited for. Luckily, this is my third place I've been at. So South Carolina and then freshman year, and then Florida, I believe last year. And so, I mean, yeah, there's nothing you can say other than it's electric, it's loud, it's gonna be everything you expected in college football. So, I mean, it's as much fun as you can think of it. So, yeah.
Hunter?
Reed, you guys got to stop early in the game. Made some good individual plays. Jaquarius Conley with a pick. Curtis Simpson, I think you had a tackle for loss. Talk about, I guess, some of those kind of small victories and what was, I guess, a tough game overall.
Yeah, I mean, coach has been saying it all week. He's pretty much just make him earn it. And so make him earn those big plays. Don't let them just make explosive plays. And now, we let up a couple, but just honing in on just doing our job. And I mean, we narrowed down the playbook a little bit, and so we were able to just hone in on our responsibility. And so, I mean, just continuing to just play hard, and that's all they wanted to ask for, or they were asking for, and that's all they wanted for us. And so we just kept trying to play hard and take those little successes to the next play, basically.
Kelly?
Yeah, so I talked to Coach about this, but I saw that you guys were praying at midfield following the game. So can you just talk about your faith in the locker room and just how you guys have leaned on that throughout the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's everything. We pray after every game, and it's just continuing. I mean, there's obviously it's a split room just with spirituality, I guess I would say. But I mean, I know in the linebacker room and all of my friends that I'm around and the people that I'm around are amazing in that way. And to continue to what's the word I'm thinking of? Uplift, I guess, everyone else in that way. And so it's been awesome.
Reid, what about the Georgia offense in general with Gunner Stockton? Can you talk about like preparing and what
Yeah.
you saw today? Is it what you?
That's just, I feel like it's just a regular preparation. I mean, they're big. They're big and they're fast and they can make some plays, but it was I'd say a normal preparation, just understanding what they do, their keys. They didn't really have crazy tells, but it was still honing in on those slight tells that they could help you as much as it can. And Gunner's he's a great quarterback. He knows where to go with the ball, and he can move as well. I believe he put a move on me today, so. But yeah, it's a great offense, and so I think we made it as normal as possible, not trying to get our heads too up or too high, just because like thinking it's Georgia or whatever. And so we were just wanting to stay consistent in our preparation as we have been all week or all year. So
One more each on the computer, Hunter.
Yeah, Reed, you've played in a lot of these games, one or two a year since you started at Charlotte. Is this the best team y'all have played against?
ooh. Yeah, I'd say so. Just size, speed, and athleticism for sure.
Kelly?
And how would you say like you've seen yourself evolve as a leader throughout this season?
Um, a lot more than I have. I feel like last year I was really the main guy in my position. I didn't really come off the field, and so that was naturally easier for me to like physically be a leader. But now since I'm having to split reps and which I'm loving and I love Schmitz and everything. And so it's really built like a competition, but also like a continuous um build off like we build off each other. And so it's amazing to be able to be a leader role with that still happening. And so I just take that and use it to the team and just continue to try to keep everyone up and keep everyone with their heads high.
Hey, EJ, just to begin, just talking about this atmosphere. I mean, was it one of the bigger atmospheres you played in? And
I say it's one of them. A couple years ago, I played at Auburn. It was a sold out crowd. That's probably one of the biggest ones I played at. But as far as like the energy of the crowd, I say for sure this one is up there.
is there anything intimidating about it, or is it just something you guys just roll with?
Me personally, I don't think it was intimidating. At the end of the day, it's still football. You know, it doesn't really matter who in the stands and how many people is up there cheering and the noise. At the end of the day, you got to worry about your job on the field between the white lines.
Hunter?
EJ, been a while since we got to talk to you, but I'm curious, man. Early in the season, you had a really good connection with Connor Harrell. Obviously, he goes down with injury, and it was kind of up and down a little bit with Grayson Loftus. You guys connected on deep ball today. What was that like to kind of get back going in the right direction, and what was that connection like with you, number 12?
I mean, it felt good today just to touch the ball, you know, just to finally me and him connect because our timing has been like kind of off for the most part recently. We've been really trying to get that timing down, especially like putting in work after practice, just trying to figure out like what works between me and him. But overall, it felt good to get that catch in today, just to finally connect on one.
Kelly?
Yeah, I was just curious. In a season like this, just how do you guys continue to support each other in the locker room and just grow?
Well, at the end of the day, I mean, those guys in the locker room, I mean, is all we got. So at the end of the day, we just got to roll with those punches. I mean, of course, this is not how we envision our season going, but at the end of the day, you win some, you lose some, and we got to come back tomorrow, watch the film because we got one more game left next week. So.
There's the notion that the Georgia secondary has been improving with each week. What did you guys face today? I mean, what kind of challenges did the secondary present to you?
I would say they as far as corners and secondary wise, I would say they were probably one of the most athletic that we played all year. Maybe probably the most physical because just the type of caliber guys that they have. They got a lot of 4 or 5 stars that's even first, second, third team, you know what I'm saying? So as far as physicality and just the athleticism of those guys, I say that was probably the hardest challenge. Mm-hmm.
Hunter?
Yeah, with this team in particular, it looked like it was getting a little bit chippy out there. But I guess just talk about the environment on the field.
It was cool, just and those guys was chirping at us because they were thinking they were trying to make it seem like we just a small school. We wasn't, we weren't here to compete. But at the end of the day, me and my 10 guys on the offensive side, we came to compete every snap, every drive. At the end of the day, we understand Georgia is top team in the nation, but at the end of the day, it's still football. Georgia put their pass on the same way we do, so we just go out there and try to do our job and compete at a high level.
All right, we'll wrap it up with Kelly.
How would you say you've seen yourself evolve just as a player and as a leader this season?
Honestly, I've seen myself evolve a lot because coming in, I knew I was one of the vets in the room. So obviously, I knew the younger guys would look up to me. But my work ethic and just seeing that the young guys actually like are looking up to me and they actually care about my feedback when it come to certain routes, like in practice, they'll come ask me, hey EJ, how this look or whatever. So I say that like over the season, my leadership has grown as far as like, because I wasn't really a talkative person coming in. I just let my work do the talking, but I understand like my voice also holds a lot of weight in that receiver room.
All right.
Joe, can I get one more?
Yeah, go ahead, Hunter.
Uh, EJ, your guy Derek Ely scored last week. I haven't got to talk to you about it. What was that like seeing him find the end zone for the first time?
Uh, if I could tell you what happened before that play, we was on the sideline getting ready to go out there. I told him, man, just run behind me. I got you. And I I had a big block for him, and it basically just started the whole return. I knew he was going to get him one at least this season, but I was happy for my guy to get in that box, especially on the kickout return.